What's up with it, Raider Nation? It's your boy, Raider Honcho, and I'm back with a brand new video for you.
Remy in my cup, turn me up, what we talking about? Now we doing us, moving up, what we talking about? Raider flags waving off the truck, what they talking about? Raider Nation dominating, only thing to talk about. Black shades, black tee, that's Raider Honcho, baby. East Coast, energy, that's Raider Honcho, baby. Head coach.
Alright guys, get right into it. You already know the vibes, you already know what type of time I'm on. If you're not a subscriber to the channel, well damn, subscribe to the channel. You can hit me up on Instagram and Twitter, both at Raider Honcho. Now, before we get into anything, I took a little bit of time to decompress. My football season just ended this past weekend, and you know it's a lot of emotions involved. You know, you got kids graduating that you've been working with for 4 years, so I took a little time. I wasn't going to do nothing on Sunday. I wasn't going to do nothing yesterday, but now I'm back. I done took the time. I'm back to hit the streets. I'm back to get the people what they need, and let's talk about this past game with the Jacksonville Jaguars that kind of caught me by surprise, because honestly, on paper, it looked like a game we should win. It looked like a matchup that I like. Now, I knew Genty would struggle a little bit in the run game because I do feel like the Jaguars' front seven is actually formidable and pretty good. But I still thought the Raiders would find a way to win because, I mean, you're coming off a bye week. You have a little extra time to prepare for a team. You got time to figure out what's going to work, what's not going to work for you. You put the script together, and then you adapt and adjust to whatever you got going on, right? But when I'm watching the game, there's something that's very apparent to me. And that's what we're going to do first. First, we're going to talk about the things that I don't like. And I know I don't like anything. But I'm going to talk about some things I don't like. And then I'm going to talk about the silver lining in it all. I'm going to talk about the positivity that I'm starting to walk with. The faith that I'm walking with right now. And trusting in the Las Vegas Raiders to not just totally blow the opportunity. I digress. Let's talk about what I don't like. What I don't like is this narrative or this identity that the Raiders have taken on. That Geno Smith is somehow Tom Brady. And is going to throw us to victory. I just don't see it happening. Is Geno Smith a good quarterback? Yes, I said that. He's mid. He's middle of the pack. He's somewhere in the middle. He can get the job done if you give him all the right tools. He don't have all the right tools for this particular job, so you got to protect him. You got to protect him by giving him stuff that's easy to do. Now, he did throw the ball pretty well. He was pretty accurate. I think he was 29 to 39. 4 touchdowns. Can't be mad at that. He did throw the 1 pick. But the blame isn't going on Geno for me. The blame is going on Chip Kelly, because Chip Kelly is the one calling the plays. Chip Kelly is the one that's putting us in these situations. You cannot fall in love with the pass as much as the Raiders is falling in love with the pass. I understand that Genty is struggling. I understand that the Raiders might be better at pass blocking than they are at run blocking. I get that, but it is your job as an offensive coordinator to scheme up a way to be successful. You do not draft a running back at 6 overall and in the last 2 games only give him 19 rushes. I don't care how the game is going. You have to continue to run the ball. You have to find a way to schematically get him involved. I do like the way that they were putting him in the pass game. He caught a few passes out of the backfield, but treat those passes more like run plays, meaning do it more. Like, don't give him 5 or 6 opportunities to catch the ball. Give him 10 or 12 opportunities to catch the ball out of the backfield and use them as your running plays. I understand you might not be able to hand the ball off and let him go run for 7 yards a carry. I get that. But if you give him 15 touches out of the backfield as running plays, and then you give them 9 targets out of the backfield in passing plays, you kind of put those two together and you get a pretty productive day from your running back. And you're going to need that. The more the teams stack the box, with a front 7, front 8 sometimes it feels like, you gotta find a way to get the ball outside, and it's not always gonna be on a toss play. Get him out of the backfield. Use him as a receiving running back as well. Like, he can do those type of things. I don't like that Chip Kelly seems to think that we're going to throw the ball 40 times a game and be successful. It's just not going to happen, in my opinion, because teams are daring you to do that, and we're not able to do it. We don't have the pieces to be successful downfield. Now, Brock Bowers coming back was a huge improvement, a huge upgrade, a huge benefit for us to get him back, because he can stretch the field. He can make plays. He's a wide receiver 1 playing tight end. It is what it is. He's not Darren Wilder. He's better than Darren Wilder. He is a actual wide receiver playing tight end. Okay, if we could get our wide receivers to block a little better as well, Ashton Genty would break a few more runs. I clearly see him getting to the second level, but those wide receivers got to stalk block better downfield, hold their blocks, and let him get into space and do what he does best. Okay, so for me, my biggest takeaway is I don't like what Chip Kelly is doing whatsoever when it comes to the play calling the time and down and situation. You have to understand something. The Raiders have a really bad defense. They can't tackle anybody. They're out there running around like everybody's wearing Vaseline and they're just slipping off of tackles. They look like they're running around there like JPP when he lost fingers and got his hands and knuckles all wrapped together. They can't grab nobody. They can't grab cloth. They don't got eyes to the skies. They're not tackling with any type of bad intentions. They're not wrapping up. They're not tackling through anybody. They're just hitting and sliding off. They're diving and whiffing. It is awful. Our defense is very bad right now. And when you have a very bad defense, you got to play complementary football. The Raiders are not playing complementary football right now, because if they were, they would understand your best defense right now is to keep the defense off the damn field. Your best defense right now is your offense being on the field longer. Time of possession. The only way you're going to do that is stop throwing the ball every damn play. Because every time you get an incompletion, the clock is going to stop. All right? We need, obviously, like I said that like you don't know that. Like we all know that, right? I'm not telling you nothing. It's not nothing crazy I'm telling you right now. I'm just saying. You got to run the ball. You got to control the line of scrimmage. You got to control the ball. You got to have more time of possession to keep that defense off the field, because, god damn, they're bad. All right? Now, the positive thing in all of this, I think what's happening to the Raiders right now is the best thing that could happen to the Raiders is that you're losing every game and you're trying as hard as you can to win. I think that is the best thing that can happen to the Raiders, because I believe that when you're tanking on purpose, when you're losing on purpose, I feel like that gives people a pass. Oh, well, the offensive coordinator might not be that bad. We were tanking. The head coach might not be that bad. We were tanking. The quarterback might not be that bad. We was tanking. Then you might give them the benefit of the doubt that they're better than they are. When you're trying as hard as you can and you're losing, you are seeing the obvious deficiencies that the Raiders have. You're seeing the obvious ineptitude, the competency that the Raiders lack. You're seeing it right there in front of you. Now you don't have to guess, are we really that bad or are we tanking? No, we're really that bad. And the fact that we're trying as hard as we can is letting us know what people can and can't do. Geno cannot do the things that some of y'all thought he can do. Chip Kelly cannot do the things that he thought he could do. This is not college football. Okay, and I told y'all when we got Chip Kelly, the only thing that scares me about Chip Kelly is that I saw him ruin one of the best teams I've ever seen. When you had the Eagles over there and you had all those good players over there and he just ruined them. He ruined them. That was the thing I feared. And he looks like he's ruining this team as well. The only difference is we don't got the pieces that the Eagles had. But the point I'm making is that the Raiders are trying as hard as they can to win and they still can't win. It's letting you know exactly what the Raiders are bad at, which means that the powers above, the powers that be, should understand what the Raiders need going forward. When you talk about drafts, when you talk about free agencies, when you talk about all those things, the Raiders right now are showing us exactly what they're good at and exactly what they're bad at, which means they'll know exactly how to address it when time comes, okay? Now, that's what I'm thinking. That's the positive side of this to me. That the Raiders being this bad is a good thing because it's obvious what the Raiders need. Now, do I trust those guys to get it done? I don't really know, but I'll save that for another video. But I do have like a 10-step program for the Raiders to rebuild this team. I don't know if it's 8, it might be 8 steps, it might be 10, I don't know. But I do have this, it's on paper, I've been working on this for a few weeks, and I'm going to deliver it to you. I'm going to give you the remedy, the recipe, the damn blueprint. I'm going to give you all of that of how the Raiders can take this terrible situation and turn it into gold, and turn it into positivity, and turn this into a franchise that is respectable. But right now, oh boy, the struggle's gonna continue. Right now, I need y'all to buckle up because the road doesn't get bumpy, it gets turbulent. We're gonna be all over the place. One day we're gonna look good, one day we're gonna look horrible, but in the middle we're just bad. That's just what it is. But I have the plan. I have the master plan. I'm gonna deliver it to y'all. This sounds like a damn infomercial for $59.99. No. It's going to be for free. I'm just going to do a video and I'm going to drop that and we can just talk about it and see what you think. All right, but that's what I saw in this past weekend. I saw exactly what I've been seeing is that the Raiders are just not a good football team. And it's not me trying to bash anybody or me trying to tell you I was right. I already know I was right. I got to tell you that every damn week. But there's a positive note to this, that the Raiders are not tanking, but the Raiders are still terrible, which means Chip Kelly's not going to get a pass. Pete Carroll's not going to get a pass. They are trying as hard as they can and they still can't get it done. There's something to be said for that. We look horrible. We look like a damn JV football team out there. Get down in the comments, let me know what you think. If you like the video, like the content of the channel, subscribe to the channel. If you don't like me, I don't give a damn. But if you do like me, follow me on Instagram and Twitter, both at Raider Honcho. Until the next time, as always, for the Honcho out.